A forbidden love story. When love breaks the silence. Chapter 1. The First Meeting. My name is Alana Brooks. I'm a language interpreter, fluent in English, Spanish, and sign language. I work with schools, hospitals, and sometimes celebrities. This time I get an unusual job offer. Live-in sign language interpreter for Mr. James Carter. Yes, James Carter, the famous TV journalist. The cold, distant man on the news. The man with the sharp jawline and sharper words. Are you sure he wants someone living with him? I asked the agency. He doesn't want anyone, the woman says, but he needs someone. I arrive at his mansion with a suitcase and a nervous smile. The door opens. He stands there, dark hair, tired eyes, expensive watch. And that look. Miss Brooks, he says, you're not what I expected. And you're exactly what I expected, I reply, stepping inside. I hear a small giggle behind him. A little girl peeks out. Her hair is curly, her eyes shy. This is Lily, he says. She's deaf. She hasn't spoken in months. I kneel down and sign. Hi Lily, my name is Alana. Want to be friends? She signs back slowly. Maybe. James raises an eyebrow. That's her version of a warm welcome. Chapter 2. Working Conditions. Day 1 is chaos. James leaves at 6 a.m. and returns at 10 p.m. He barely speaks unless he's correcting something. Alana, Lily doesn't eat sugar, he says one evening. Then why does she steal my chocolate biscuits? I ask, amused. He gives a tight smile. She's a Carter. We are all trouble. Later, he watches as I teach Lily how to sign the alphabet. He stands in the doorway, silent. She learns quickly, I say. She has her mother's eyes, he murmurs, and my temper. Good combination, I say. Eyes that can glare and lips that don't apologize. He raises an eyebrow. Do you always talk this much? Only when I'm being ignored. That earns me a very small, very reluctant smile. Chapter 3. Dinner for 2. One Friday, Lily sleeps early. I walk into the kitchen and find James opening a bottle of wine. You drink red or white? He asks without looking up. I drink anything that I don't have to pay for. Good, you'll need it. We sit at the kitchen island, sipping wine. Tell me something, I say. Why can't Lily go to school? She tried once, came back crying. They laughed at her hands. She deserves better, I say. So do I. But life is a tough negotiator. You should let people in sometimes. He leans in, close. And you? Do you let people in? I look him in the eye. Only when they knock nicely. Chapter 4. Letters and Looks. Lily and I write small notes to each other in the morning. Today she draws a heart and signs, I love your hair. I smile and show it to James. Charming, he says. She never said that to me. Well, I tease. Maybe if you brushed yours once in a while. That night, I hear him talking to his producer on the phone. She is Different, he says. She, the voice says. Elena, she's annoying and interesting, which is more annoying. I grin from the hallway. Chapter 5 Stormy Feelings. One evening, it rains hard. The lights flicker. Lily is scared. I sit with her on the couch, reading a story and sighing. James walks in soaked, his white shirt sticking to his chest. His hair drips water. Even his sarcasm looks sexy tonight. You look like a disaster, I say. You should see my car. We sit by the fire. Lily falls asleep between us. You're good with her, he says. Too good. You're good at running away from things, I say softly. He looks at me. And what am I running from, Alana? I stare into his eyes. Yourself. He almost kisses me. Almost. Then he stands and says good night. Chapter 6 A Sharp Goodbye. The next morning he is distant, cold again. Did I do something? I ask. No, he says. You're just getting too close. To you or Lily? He doesn't answer. Later, his ex-wife visits. She brings perfume and judgment. You're the help? She asks. I'm the reason your daughter smiles, I say. James doesn't say a word. Not in my defense, not to stop her. I pack my bag that night. He doesn't stop me. Chapter 7 Reading Between the Lines. 1 week later, I get a letter. Alana, I have written news for 20 years. I have written truths and lies. But I couldn't say what I felt for you. You made my house warm. You made my daughter laugh. You made me feel something I thought I buried years ago. I'm an idiot. Come back. Or don't. But know this. I miss you. I want you. And I've already fired 3 terrible replacements. Yours, James. I read it twice. Then I go to Lily's school. She runs into my arms. James stands by the car, holding an umbrella. You came, he says. You finally knocked, I reply. He grins. May I come in, Alana? I step under his umbrella. I'm not going anywhere this time. Chapter 8 A Little Bit of Forever. Now we live in the same house, but it feels different, softer. James makes bad coffee every morning. I complain. He grins. Lily signs, you both are silly. We teach her how to sign full sentences. Her first long sentence is, Daddy loves Alana. Alana loves Daddy. They kiss when I sleep. James coughs. I laugh. Is she wrong? I ask. He shrugs. She's your interpreter, not mine. I lean in. Then let me speak for myself. I kiss him. And for once, the famous man with 1,000 words says nothing at all. All right, let's see how well you listened and understood the story. Here comes the first question. What does the word interpreter mean in the story context? I am a language interpreter, fluent in English, Spanish, and sign language. A. Someone who translates languages. B. A person who performs on stage. And the answer is A. An interpreter is someone who helps people understand by translating languages, including sign language. Question 2. What does the word distant mean in the sentence? He was cold, distant, and rude at first. A. Physically close and friendly. B. Emotionally reserved or unapproachable. The correct answer is emotionally reserved or unapproachable. He was not physically far, just emotionally unavailable. Question 3. He murmured something under his breath. What does murmur mean? A. To shout loudly. B. To speak softly. The answer is to speak softly or quietly. Thank you for watching. See you in the next story.